I'm about to show you the laziest way to make $1,000 on Amazon FBA. And I mean actually lazy. No complicated product research tools, no overanalyzing data, and no overthinking every single decision. When I first started, I was working at a moving company and a grocery store, scraping together just enough money to afford lunch. I didn't have some fancy business background or a ton of capital, but I figured out a dead simple system that allowed me to generate my first $1,000 in profit. And more importantly, it gave me the confidence to keep going. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what products to look for, where to find them, and how to list them without second guessing yourself. And the best part about it is you can do this a few hours a week while still working a normal job. When I first started, I used to come home from shifts exhausted, and I would scroll online videos of people making money, but I would never actually start anything for myself. Once I found something simple enough to follow, that first $1,000 changed everything for me. Why most beginners fail. Most beginners will waste weeks of watching videos and they never take action. They go through this cycle of watching tutorials, taking notes, and they feel productive, but they never actually start anything. It's called analysis paralysis. There's so much information out there that you feel like you need to know everything before you do anything, and that's the trap. When I first heard about Amazon FBA, I thought it was too complicated or it just wasn't for someone like me. I was working minimum wage jobs and I didn't have the money or the background to make it work. I remember thinking that this is for people who have money, and what finally got me to start was realizing I didn't need to know everything. I just needed to take my first small step. And once I bought my first batch of inventory, everything clicked. The lazy approach isn't about cutting corners, it's about cutting out the noise and focusing on only what matters. When you do that, you actually start moving forward instead of staying stuck in the research phase. Let me break down the 3-step lazy system that I used to make my first $1,000, and it's the same system that my student used to make his first sale in under 20 days. Step 1 is find products that are already selling. Step 2 is source them at a guaranteed profit. And step 3 is list them and let Amazon do the rest of the work. That's it. No fancy softwares, no complicated launches, just a repeatable process. My first student with zero experience, he had no idea what Amazon FBA even was, and within 20 days, he had his account approved, he listed his first product, and he already made his first sale. That first sale he got gave him that belief that it's actually possible. It was that light bulb moment where you realize it's not luck. It's just a system that works if you follow it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how each step works, so you can start today, even if you've never sold anything online before. So here is my criteria for what I consider a lazy profitable product. It's something that sells anywhere between $30 and $50. It's usually small and lightweight. It already has proven demand, and it's not dominated by massive brands. The easiest way to find these is by starting with online arbitrage, buying products from stores that you already shop at, like Walmart, Target, or Marshall's, and then selling them on Amazon for a profit. You don't need wholesale accounts or manufacturer connections. You just need a good eye and a bit of patience. One of my first wins was a pair of socks I found online for $20 and I sold it on Amazon for $40. I bought 10 just to test it, and after 10 sold out within a week, that small success gave me the confidence to keep going. So if you jump over to Amazon and you find a listing you're looking to sell, you could come here and you see it's selling for $41.95. But if you scroll down to Keepa, based on looking at this chart, you can determine whether or not it's a good product. So at first, you're going to want to make sure that this pink line here is pretty stable and staying consistent. It's not jumping down too much and the price is staying at a decent profitable range. The next line right here is how fast this product is selling. So you can see it's selling 200 times a month, and it tells you throughout history how fast it's been selling. This last line right here is how many people are on the listing. So you can see that people are jumping on the listing, but people also are selling out because people are jumping off of the listing, which means that their products are selling off the shelves. Another example of a good listing right here is, let's say you're looking to sell this product. You can come down and look at the chart. Right away, you check up here and you want to make sure the price is stable. It's not jumping all over the place too much. You can see it's hovering around 35, 34, 36. So if this pink line was to drop down to, let's say, $25 or $16, you know that you wouldn't want to mess with that product because it's not going to be profitable at that low of a price. Same thing, this middle line right here is just showing you how fast it's selling. So it was selling 100 times a month, and then just recently in November it jumped up to 200 times a month. And last line right here is the offer count. You could see people were on it, 29 people at one point in September, but now they are selling out and people are making sales. So this product right here, if you can find it profitably, you would know that this is a good product you could buy. So here's a listing of something that I probably would not buy, and that's because this first line does look good, right? It's consistent. The prices are holding good. They're not jumping up. They're not jumping down too far. And the middle line right here, it sells 5,000 times a month. So you know this product is in demand, but this line right here is what you want to pay attention to. And you can see that there were at one point 63 sellers on it, and out of nowhere it dropped all the way down to one seller. So you know that this brand IP'd those sellers. So they kicked off the other sellers. They did not want them selling on that listing. So you know that you want to stay away from this because you want to avoid getting IP'd from that brand. So now for the math. And Amazon usually takes about 15% plus $3 to $5 per sale for the FBA fee. And that's just the fee you get charged for using their platform. You need at least $8 to $10 profit per unit to even make it worth your time. So if the product doesn't hit that margin, completely skip it and don't overthink it. That one rule will save you from 90% of bad buys. Start small, buy 10, 20 units at a time, and remember, you're not gambling, you're just testing. That way, if something doesn't sell, you didn't lose that much, but you learned fast. So if you're gonna wanna actually buy this product, you're gonna wanna know where to find it and how much you're getting it for, so you can make sure it's profitable. And to do that, you would go up and enable your seller amp extension, and from there you would just go ahead and click the Google, and you could see right here this product is selling on target for $24.99. So you could jump back over to Amazon, and on your seller amp extension you could enter in your exact cost that you're getting it for, and this extension calculates all the fees for you and tells you exactly what your profit margin, your return on investment, and your break-even price would be. So with a $24.99 cost and selling it at $41.95, I'm making $5.67 profit. If you want to know the exact charge you're getting on all these fees, you can scroll down and click total fees right here, and it tells you exactly the referral fee, the fulfillment fee, and any other fees that are attached with your order. So if you switch and you're selling FBA, it tells you exactly your FBA fees, your referral fees, and your prep fees if you have a prep center. So the same thing goes for this product over here. You just enable your extension, click Google, and you can see here it's $22.09. Come back over to Amazon, enter in your price, and you can see it's only 90 cents profit, a 2% margin, so you might not want to buy this product. And within 30 seconds, you can see that's how I find a profitable product and I can know it's worth my time. The psychological shift is huge. You're no longer hoping to get lucky, you're following a proven system. My first batch of inventory cost me around $200, and I was extremely nervous, but after a week, when I sold out completely and made a profit, that's when I realized that this works. It's not luck, it's execution. By the way, if you're stuck in a 9-to-5 and you want to build a real Amazon business that gives you freedom with your time and money, click the first link in the description to learn more. Listing your products and getting your first sales. So this is where it gets truly lazy, because Amazon handles 90% of the work. They store your inventory, ship your orders, and handle all returns. Your only job is to get the product live. Here's what you actually need to do. You need to create an Amazon listing, send your inventory to the Amazon warehouses, and then you need to let them handle the rest. If your product has real demand, you'll start seeing sales within a week of sending your shipment out. So once you come across the product that you're wanting to sell, you're gonna have to list it on Amazon. And the way to do that is you have to get the ASIN of that product, and that is up here in the URL right here. You can see this product code right there is the ASIN. So you'd copy the ASIN and you jump over to Seller Central. You'd want to click this menu option up here, and you're going to hover over catalog, and it's the add products button. So from here, this screen will come up and you can go ahead and paste in that ASIN that you just copied from the other screen. This is your product that you're selling. You're going to click it. You're going to want to make sure you select the condition as new. Sometimes other options such as used might be here, but you're always going to want to select new and sell this product. it will take you to another page that you're going to fill in a couple more bits of information. The first one you're going to want to fill in is the fulfillment channel. If you're fulfilling it yourself, that's merchant fulfilled, you would select that now and you'd enter in your quantity. But if you're doing FBA, it's going to take away the quantity option because you send that inventory to Amazon and they will count up that inventory for you. So for the sake of this video, I'll say we're sending in to FBA. Your price, this is the price you're hoping to sell it at. You can see others are selling it at $33.50, but when we looked last time, it was around $35. So we'd say 35. The item condition, you'd set that again as new, and that's it. You'd scroll down, you'd press save and finish, and your product would then be on your dashboard. There's no more steps to it. It's pretty simple. The laziest way to make your first $1,000 with Amazon FBA is simple. Find products that already sell, source them at a profit, and let Amazon handle the rest. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You just need to start. If I can go from carrying couches and stocking grocery store shelves to building a 7-figure business from my laptop, then you can too. That first $1,000 will give you more confidence than any YouTube video ever could. Now, if you want someone to walk you through this step by step and guarantee you your first sale in 30 days, click the first link in the description and you can learn more now.